What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another new podcast. So it's time for us to have the old gender role conversation. Who should be doing what? What does it mean for a man to do this or a woman to do that? Is any of it important? Does any of it matter? Let's find out, because I have some clips and some commentary. We're gonna break it down. Before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but let's get right into this thing.
Cooking and cleaning for you is not a woman's job. It's your mother's job when you're a child. Are you a child? Are you looking to marry your mother? You see, any grown human being who wants any sort of independence should be able to cook and clean. If you cannot do so, that is a huge red flag about your ability to care for yourself as an adult. If you can do so and you choose not to, then you can go ahead and starve to death.
Okay, cooking and cleaning is not a woman's job. You're not our mothers. But by that same logic, providing and protecting is not a man's job. We're not your fathers. Do you want to marry your dad? We're going to continue this conversation, but let's listen to this clip first.
It's crazy to me that if a woman who had a father present wants a man to emulate a lot of the things her father or a lot of characteristics her father had. Now, when a guy had only his mother present, we shame him because he wants a woman to emulate a lot of the characteristics that his mother had.
Y'all see how this works? Because haven't you heard the men of this generation aren't menning the same way anymore like previous generations did, like their fathers and their grandfathers did? But when we turn around and ask them to do things like our mothers and our grandmothers did, then all of a sudden it's a problem. It's misogynistic. It's part of the patriarchy. And this is why men are checking out when it comes to women. Because in a vacuum, if everything was equal and you really wanted to go 50-50 on the bills, rent, mortgage, lights, insurance, all of that good stuff, then no, it wouldn't be your primary responsibility to do all of the cooking and cleaning because we're splitting all of the roles equally. But that's not what women of today's generation want to do. They still want a man to provide and protect, and they want that to be his primary role.
If you are in a relationship with a man and you're going 50-50 on the bills, that is your roommate.
So why is it not okay for us to want your primary role to be cooking and cleaning or domestic duties? And it doesn't mean you have to do everything, because the truth is a lot of men today can cook and a lot of us cook better than women. Go look right now on Google and see who the top chefs in the world. And I promise you, you're gonna come back with a list that is littered with men. And yeah, there are gonna be some women in there, but primarily men are the best cooks. So we have no problem doing that, but we need somebody to come to the table honestly and earnestly wanting to help where they can and not looking at everything as oppressive. Because I'll tell you this, when men decide to take on the responsibility of provider and protector as well as domestic duties, you never hear them complain. And I know I've played this clip before, but we're gonna bring it back around because it makes so much sense.
So he's like a doctor, and so he wakes up every morning at 5 a.m., right? And he goes in and he does his surgeries. He's like carving like tumors out of people's like skulls and necks and everything. And then he gets off of work and he's cooking. Like, he cooks dinner. Like, I've never ever once successfully cooked dinner. And then I was like, I want you to make the plans too, because it's really hot when a guy makes plans. And then I'm like, wait a second. Like, he gets to have all the positive masculine attributes and all the positive feminine attributes, and I'm not doing anything. I'm so like liberated that I am totally useless and not like contributing to this relationship at all.
Let me know.
You see what I'm saying? This man is a surgeon, so I know he makes enough money to provide for both of them. Wakes up 5 o'clock in the morning, goes to work, comes home, and still cooks while she does nothing. And out of her own mouth, she is liberated to the point that she is useless. And I'm telling you like this, the men of this generation are not going to stand for that. They are gonna see a woman like this and push her to the side for a more traditional woman, somebody that actually wants to work with them. And I'm telling you, This is a conspiracy to keep women single, because if women are single, they have to provide their own way. And if you want to know who is behind all of this, just follow the paper trail. So can we just come to the table and stop arguing about who needs to do this or who needs to do that? If you're better at this, do it. Or if you're better at that, do that. And if somebody is providing a way for you, reciprocate. Do something for him. Don't just sit at home all day doing nothing. That is going to wear somebody out. But that is going to do it for this video. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you guys have anything to say, please leave it in the comments below. And until another time, I'll see you guys later.